So they actually give you your white coat right before you start medical school. So you haven't even taken any classes yet, but you got into med school. So here's your reward for that. But I'm like weird where I didn't feel like, oh yeah, I made it. Mama, I made it. I didn't feel like that, like when I got it, it was more like I was just more focused and like I felt like I needed to earn it.
Mama mentality.
So I literally haven't even gotten my name put on it yet. Everyone has their names on it.
Everyone I refused. Who got it?
I refused.
Okay.
I was like, I'm not putting Williby. Like I have to earn that last name.
Facts.
I haven't even gotten it sized yet. Mm-hmm. So
no, I feel that. Sorry, my dog. You haven't even got it sized yet.
No. So I'll do that. When I start clinicals, I'll look into getting my name on it. I have to take the USMLE first. I have to feel like I earned my name.
Welcome to another episode of Kickin' with JB. Today I have the beautiful, hard to reach, hard to find, hard to get in contact with, hard to ever see in person. I'll let you introduce yourself.
I'm Tajmenna, longtime friend of
For
James.
sure. How long has it been, yo?
Since we were 12.
12 years old. I don't even think.
How old are we now?
That's a long time.
12 years, almost 13. That's crazy.
That is a long time.
Long time.
But so what are you doing now, Taj? Why are you so hard to reach? Why are you never in town? Why are you always in an office? Like what is it?
I wish I could give you something exciting. But honestly, I am in my house, in the office, studying all day.
Yes.
Before the pandemic, I was on the island at school. So that's why it was hard to...
What is it? What island?
I was in Barbados.
Wow.
Good old Barbados.
Vacation or just like...
Just school.
School.
Yeah, and like you would think I would be like living my life on the island. No.
Going crazy.
But
seeing Rihanna.
I wanted to.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I wanted...
befriending her.
Exactly.
Joining that clique of friends. Being in those parades.
Be a part of her makeup line.
Ooh.
That was a dream.
That's a fact.
But I was in the library all day. Been on the island.
In Barbados?
In Barbados.
So what are you studying? So for the people who don't know.
Medicine.
Med school.
Yes, med school.
Med school. So where'd you go to undergrad? Let's go backwards.
So I bleed the orange and blue, Fighting Illini.
Unfortunately.
Please don't hate on the Big Ten.
Unfortunately. Please. Anyways, so then what brought you to Barbados, yo? Isn't there like med schools in the States? Like why?
Yes. So I did not apply to any med schools in the States because my undergrad GPA was average at best.
Yeah.
I didn't realize until I was about to apply for schools. Yeah. I was like, yo, like I need a 3.5, 3.7, and I was like at a 3.1, and I was like, ooh.
It's not looking too hot.
Not looking good.
It's not looking too hot.
And my MCAT score, I was like, oh, yeah.
Yo, what is the MCAT? I always hear about that. I always hear like the LSAT, MCAT, GRE. I mean, the GRE is not like that type of test. But anyways.
Well, yeah, the MCAT is just like the entrance exam, essentially, into medical school.
So was your MCAT score decent or?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No. So you, GPA, throwaway. MCAT, also
Trash.
throwaway.
Yes.
So you were like,
I was like,
med school.
I was like, I have a dream, I have a vision, but I don't have the pieces.
Yes.
To reach that.
Exactly. And you got the goals though.
The goals.
Your mindset
was like,
there.
Oh my God. I was honestly for a while lost. I was like, I have these dreams, these goals I'm trying to reach, and I have no way of getting there.
Yes.
So it was honestly like a process.
So do you come from a family of doctors, or are you the first doctor in your family?
No, so my dad is a physician.
Okay.
And I have two uncles that are also doctors. So I'm not the first, but I am soon to be first female in my family. So that's kind of cool.
That's crazy. Whatchamacallit? So then obviously you said, I don't even remember what that test is called. So that's how you know I don't be taking no big tests like that. What is the MCAT?
The MCAT, yeah.
MCAT and GPA wasn't where they needed to be. So schools in the state, med school in the States was it out of the question or was it like a long shot?
It was a long shot. And I was like, kind of weighing my options, and I was talking to some like advisors, and they were saying, I remember I was sweating too in these meetings because they were like, hey, like, what's your GPA? Like, I'm like, don't ask these personal questions, you know?
Don't disrespect me.
Don't
like that.
Like lower your voice. And so I was like, do I go get my master's?
Yeah.
But that would be another 2 years. And then I was advised to work in that and do research in that for another 2 years. Yeah. Just to retake the MCAT and then reapply or apply to medical school.
They told you to go to school for another 4 years.
Yes.
Just to take the same test that you just took like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. And then I would have more like under my belt and stuff and make me more of a competitive applicant. Yeah. But I was like, I can't see myself doing another 2 years of school that isn't what my dream is. Exactly. Then do research and then probably have burnout. Yeah. I couldn't see myself go like taking those steps like that.
Exactly.
You know?
Like going backwards.
Exactly.
So then then overseas, is that overseas?
Yeah, it's overseas.
So how did overseas come into question? Like, did your uncle or like your dad was like,
yeah, both of them actually. Well,
did they go
one
overseas?
uncle was in the States, but then my uncle and my dad, they did go overseas, and I didn't even consider it for a while, honestly. But
I was gonna say, coming from somebody who grew up in Illinois, went to University of Illinois.
Yes, I wasn't trying to leave.
Going to like
I wasn't
overseas.
even trying to leave the state, let alone the country. So it wasn't even in the question. Like, I'm such a homebody. Like, I'm always trying to be with my family. And
exactly.
Then my aunt actually was the one that told me, she was like, you know, if the end goal is to be a physician and this overseas school is like giving you an opportunity, then why not take it? Like, facts. It's still you're still gonna get to the end goal regardless.
100%. So then Barbados, was that where you ended up at first? So it was like, so what's the process like of applying overseas? Is it like, I won't say it's easier, but just like, is it less like restrictive as the States? Is that why? Like,
yeah, it's more of like a holistic approach. So they want to see everything about an applicant. It's not just numbers. Like they're gonna look at the research you've done, the volunteering you've done, the shadowing you've done.
Okay, that's cool.
Your interview. Like, they're looking at everything, and it's not just the numbers. Yeah. So that's why I stood more of a chance, because I did have like a very broad resume. It's just the numbers weren't. Yeah.
So then, so now we're back up to date now. So like, what is the grind like of med school, yo? Because like I said, you are the hardest person to reach, hardest person to see. You're never home.
Never home. Never on my phone. Honestly, it's a lot of early mornings, late nights, long days. Yeah. But with that comes like a lot of resilience, a lot of discipline, and a lot of sacrifices. Yeah. You know, I'm only in my mid-20s, and you know, in your mid-20s, you want to turn up. Yes, you want to be a 25-year-old. Exactly. And you got to miss out on Hot Girl Summer. You got to miss out on a lot of things. On all that. A lot of holidays. You got to miss. I've missed Thanksgiving. Oh, I know. With my family. Like. Yeah.
So it's just because every time I call you, bro, you're just staring at a computer screen. I know that cannot be very great. So, I mean, that's very tough. That's hard. So, like, what makes you want to be a doctor? Because, like, I feel like that's something you can't do that and not love what you're doing. Like, you can't sit at a computer screen all day, late night. You said early mornings, late nights, all day, every day, and not love what you're doing because you'll go wild. So, what makes you want to be a doctor?
Well, like you said, you gotta love it, and I don't know, like, you gotta teach yourself a lot of patience with yourself in the process, and it's very easy to get discouraged, and you have to remind yourself, like, this is a marathon. It's a very long marathon.
Marathon on a sprint.
You know, you got to pace yourself, and you also got to remind yourself that this is a journey. Like, you love it. You know what I mean? And actually, this is a quote that I like live by. Yeah. From Kobe. I'm actually really weird. I have to watch a Kobe video every single morning. I'm not kidding.
Just to get that Mamba mentality.
Exactly. I get goosebumps. I'm like, yeah, like the grind's going to be real today.
I'm not working hard enough.
Exactly. Yeah. So he has, hold on, I don't want to mess it up actually, because that wouldn't work for me.
No, facts. That's crazy.
So he had said, those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. And so I live by that.
No,
this
facts.
is as hard as it is, it's the dream.
100%. So I feel like a lot of people want to be doctors because doctors get paid big. But I feel like, I mean, even like what you said, bro, like even like I couldn't, like money is dope. Money is amazing. I feel like money is obviously everyone's goal. But I'm not going to look at a computer screen for
absolutely not.
For probably
that's not enough to
probably the next 5-6 years just to make a bunch of bread. You know what I'm saying? So like obviously I don't think you're doing it for money. So like what other reasons other than you love it? I mean, your dad, your uncles, like do they also love being doctors too? I feel like doctors has to be one of the most like fulfilling jobs. You know what I'm saying? Because you constantly are helping people.
Exactly. And if you don't love something, how do you expect yourself to wake up every morning and working towards it? You know what I mean? Because you have to have this passion for it. You can't just be like, oh, my parents are doctors. Like, yes, I'm going to be a doctor. Absolutely not. That's not enough to drive you. And it also can't be about you. You know, like there's got to be a higher purpose. There's got to be a bigger reason behind it.
Yes,
you know, and when it comes to, you know, Black doctors, we make up the smallest percentage of physicians in the U.S.
I mean,
like it's so small. It's unbelievable, and representation matters. You know,
100%.
And it's hard to imagine something if you don't see it.
Facts, and I feel like that's so dope because I remember when I was in Houston, and like I don't even know how or why you saw my doctor. You was like, bro, that's your doctor, and he was like clean too.
Yes, bro, yes, and we talked about this.
Yes, bro was clean, bro. I had to suit. I even tell him, like, bro, you clean. And this is my first ever like Black trainer, like Black doctor. So that's so true. So like there aren't that many Black doctors. Like why do you think that is? Like it's obviously a hard field to get into, but not saying we can't do it. But just like why do you think there isn't as many Black doctors as there could be?
I think you know, there's a lot of disadvantages. You know, whether it be socioeconomic status and. Just like I said, like it's hard to imagine something you don't see.
100%.
So in my situation, I was blessed to like see Black doctors in my family, you know, and like for me, it was never a question of, well, can I do it? Like
100%.
I never saw that as an obstacle or anything because I was firsthand able to see my father, my uncle, and it definitely makes a difference. And I want to be able to be that for someone, for little kids that look like me, like that you can be anything. Yeah. You can be anything you want. Literally, as long as you put your mind to it. Whether be a doctor or not, like anything you work towards, you can be.
So do you think there's racial disparities like in the medical field? Because I remember we talked about this a little bit. Like I remember because we always had these just long drawn out conversations when it literally never. I mean, they're just. I feel like we talk about 8 different things in every one of our conversations, and we never finish on anything we talk about. We're just like someone will say something, bring it up, for real, exactly, and then keep going. So you were saying like there's definitely racial disparities in like because isn't like what is it like Black women or something like that are more likely to die at the hands of a white doctor? Not trying to get into like a racial battle right now, but just saying like just stats.
So, yeah, there's definitely medical bias in the field.
That's what it is, medical bias.
Yeah, and obviously that's going to lead to subpar care, whether it be misdiagnosing a patient or disbelieving the severity of symptoms. Yeah. That's dangerous, you know, and you're also disrupting that trust between a patient and a doctor. So let's say a patient has a bad experience with a doctor. I mean, who's to say that they're going to come back? You know what I mean? And get that condition treated. Yeah, for sure. And it's kind of like a domino effect because if you have a bad experience with a physician, then you're probably not going to listen to the next physician. Exactly. They might have your best interests at heart, and they're telling you, oh, here are the treatments that we're going to go about and stuff. And you already have that distrust towards them because of one bad experience. So you're less likely to adhere to, you know, the treatments and 100%. Stuff. And I won't get, you know, so into it and stuff. There's a lot of articles out there, a lot of research that's like coming to light and stuff. And whether it be, you know, regarding child labor or child birth. Black women with higher income, higher wealth, higher status are more likely to have worse outcomes than a white woman who's on the opposite end of the socioeconomic strata.
That's wild. That's crazy. Not to get into.
Yeah, not to get into it.
That is wild just to hear. But I mean, are therapists doctors?
Psychiatrists.
Psychiatrists, okay. Because I'm looking into therapy right now, and like you said, it's hard to trust somebody. I mean, who doesn't technically look like you at times. You know what I'm saying? So I've been trying to obviously find a therapist that looks like me, and it is hard. It is, you know what I'm saying? You really gotta like go through a lot of hoops and arrows just to find like one therapist that kind of looks like me. Not saying that someone of the opposite race wouldn't relate to me, but I would just relate to someone who, like, you know what I'm saying, who looks like me.
Yeah, and like who understands what it means to be a black man in America.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
100%.
Who can really give you that kind of insight but a black man themselves?
For sure, 100%. So, and then also, let's switch back. So then I'll another question. What if you can go back and do anything differently, would you? I'm assuming it would be school related. Oh,
like regarding Barbados?
Yeah, or anything like that, or
honestly,
or picking a school.
Oh, honestly, no, I wouldn't change anything at all. You know, I obviously went the route that's deemed unconventional by going to Barbados and stuff, but I wouldn't change anything because I think that our experiences shape us. You know what I mean? And I 100% wouldn't be who I am right now, and I wouldn't work as hard as I do if I didn't fall on my face.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like,
facts.
I needed to fall on my face a couple times
that's true.
Take it seriously and also just know what I wanted, you know, because it was kind of, like I said, like it was just like, oh yeah, I want to be a doctor, but sis, you didn't put in, like, you didn't work towards it. You know what I mean? Like, you said it, but what did you do to get there?
Exactly. 100%.
So, you know, you gotta, it's a lot of life lessons that come with it, and you learn a lot about yourself in the process, and I wouldn't change anything.
No, in fact, so obviously when that counselor or whatever said you got to go 2 years master, 2 years school. So then what was the process like? Okay, so you're like, okay, I'm going the Barbados route. What's the process like with Barbados? You got to like go there for 2 years, and I don't even know so much. I just know like you go to school, then you do rotations, and like you're a doctor. Like that's all I really know.
So basically, it is a U.S. affiliated school.
Okay.
So I had actually done like a program before in Miami. It's called MERP, because I'm telling you, they saw my MCAT, they saw my GPA, and they're like, we don't even know if you can last here.
Really?
You know what I mean? And it's not like these overseas schools are easier by any means, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like, they got to put doctors out there.
100%.
So you got to
you can't just
make sure you know, have the people
doctors
that are capable and stuff. And so my mom was like, dude, you're lucky that they even put you in this program. I'm like, I know. Like, seeing my grades, I was like, I know. And so, so then you go to the island for 2 years. You know, the pandemic happened. So I have actually spent the last year in my house.
Okay.
In isolation.
So you would be in Barbados right now if it wasn't for the panoramic.
Well, I would have been done in December. So not right now.
Are you still technically done though? Like, did you finish what you would have finished?
Yeah, I finished the first 2 years, so now I'm studying for the USMLE before clinical rotations.
What is that? Another big test?
Another big test, like
the biggest
way bigger than the MCAT.
Really?
The MCAT's like nothing, like a walk in the park compared to this. Yeah, for sure. It's not the biggest test. Like, you're always gonna have boards and stuff. But
what is it called? The USMLE.
USMLE. The first one, step one.
So then, after that, do you do rotations after that, or do you do rotations during that?
No, because with the pandemic has really pushed a lot of things back and stuff. So there's a lot of students that are waiting for rotation spots.
Okay.
And so, I'm trying to take it anywhere from, May to June.
Yeah.
And then go into rotations after that.
So then rotations, are you going to be here, or are you going to go back to Miami?
Well, I can do rotations in any of the states, but I'll probably stay in Chicago.
Yeah, of course.
Knowing me. I have to come back.
Homebody. So what's your obviously studying for right now is that big test right now. Is that why you are locked up in your
this is like
home?
The first 2 years of school you have like these tests and stuff, and then you get like a little break after the test. But now it's like, okay, you're kind of trying to learn or relearn all the stuff that you learned in the first 2 years of school, and like learn it within 6 months.
Wow.
And it's not as easy as you would think. I was like, you know what? Like, I've already learned it. I've already seen it once. Like, no biggie. Absolutely not.
No. Completely wrong.
Completely wrong. Like you have to do like thousands of practice questions. Yeah. So I'm trying to hit like 10,000 practice questions before I take the test. So then I'll have like a good 10,000. And then like 9 tests. What does this test consist of? Because I know the only big test I've ever taken was the ACT. Don't remind me of the ACT.
And the GRE.
I hate the GRE too.
I literally fell asleep while typing.
Oh, the GRE at the beginning with the essay?
I fell asleep.
I was like, absolutely not.
While I was typing my essay.
Yeah, I was like, oh no. Don't start off on this note.
And that is why I only took it once. I signed up for it 3 times.
Hey, at least you did.
I skipped the second 2 times. Because I was like, you know what? I don't need this kind of negativity.
Exactly. I took it and I was like, no.
Exactly. It wasn't for me.
Absolutely not.
So what is this new test? 'Cause I feel like the way you're describing this test, I feel like this test is going to be like some 9 hours, a lunch break.
No, you're close. Actually, you're close. It's like 7-8 hours,
7-8 hours.
Yeah. So it's
in one sitting.
Yeah, they're in blocks, and you do get that break and stuff. There's 280 questions. So, I mean, it could be worse.
No, 100%.
But it's definitely a long exam for sure. So, you got to train yourself, when you're studying to be able to sit for that duration of period of time. Because I'm someone like, I have to get up every 10 minutes to at least stretch. Man. And I have to teach myself, Taj, just stay in the chair.
Stay in the chair.
And do these questions.
Do not get up. So obviously the panoramic has changed how you study and just like how all of that. So how has it been just like studying from home than like actually being in a setting? Because I know like even with kids, I couldn't personally. If I was in high school or in college right now, bro, if I had to learn all my classes through Zoom and online class, I would literally fail out. Because I talked to like the most random people at physical therapy, like the randomest people. But they were like, they literally one parent shipped his kid off to a boarding school because he was failing all of his classes, like here in the States. Shipped him off to a boarding school. Now he's passing all his classes, but he's like literally shipped his kid away.
Well, you know what?
I mean, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's a panoramic.
I guess it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
But I agree. I think, with younger kids, it's definitely harder, at least in my experience. Yeah. When I was in high school, like I was more disciplined, but I had my parents on me and stuff. But then in college, like I'm a kid. Like let me live my best life. Facts. I'm not here for school. 100%. You know what I mean? And so
for a good time, not a long time.
Exactly. So like I feel bad because like I have 2 younger brothers, and one of my brothers had to do senior year of college in the pandemic. Like he had to stay home. I forgot about that. And senior year was the best. I was sad for him. And then another brother of mine, he is in high school. Poor thing. So yeah, he's just in his room all day. Imagine like when you're in high school, you think it's like the end of the world. You think it's like this is make or break. These are my golden years.
100%.
Poor thing in the room.
That sucks. And what's crazy is like it's probably like so dope at first.
Yeah, he loved it at first. He really did.
At first.
He's like, oh no, I love this. And now he's like, I'm going crazy. I'm like, I told you. Yeah. We take school for granted.
100%.
But I think I'm at a point where I'm so like to myself.
Mature enough, yeah.
And like the thing I do miss about, the school setting is like you're around people that understand. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that understand like the sacrifices you have to make. A lot of times when you're home, people are like, why can't you come see me and stuff? And I'm like, babe, I'm still in school.
Can't you pull up to brunch with the homies?
I know it's July, but I'm still in school. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, that's one thing I miss. But like, besides that, I didn't mind being online. I didn't mind being at home.
Really? You enjoy it?
Yes, I like being.
That's wild.
To myself. But I think I'm one of the few people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would say differently, but
Do you still keep in contact with your like classmates you kept and what you made in Barbados?
Yeah.
Is everyone at home or?
So a lot of people have different situations. At first, some people did stay on the island actually. Like,
really?
Even though
people from the States.
Yeah. So even though like the school was sending us back home, some people did stay on the island. You know, like some people had kids. So like they kept their kids on the island. Okay. They had them enrolled in school in Barbados. These kids, so cool. Wow. Literally, like, so cool. Like, imagine your kid in elementary school in Barbados. Like, that is so cool.
That is a memory.
Right? Yeah. And so there were situations like that, and a lot of people did end up coming home, but, like, obviously, studying at home isn't, like, the most ideal situation for everyone. Everyone's situation is different and stuff. Yeah, so I was lucky enough to be able to have, like, an office space and, like, have my parents understand, like, keep it down. Yeah. Lower your voice. It's not a frat house. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think in that sense, I was definitely very blessed.
No, that's dope. So let's move. So moving the conversation forward, man. Obviously, med school is not cheap.
Oh my god,
man. So like, what are the expenses like in med school? Because I can only imagine. I mean, now I think about it, that's probably a lot of the reason it turns a lot of people off because it's so expensive. And, like, I've heard, like, you go to school for 4 years and it's like, what is it? I don't even know, 3 or 4 years in med school. Or I've heard it's like 6 years or something like that.
Oh, yeah, depending on.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, no, it's expensive for sure.
Short answer.
It's, like, unbelievable. I try not to think about it, actually. Man. It's. I don't even know. Like you got to worry about tuition, and because I went overseas, even just flying overseas. Oh my god, that's why I couldn't even come home for like weddings, Thanksgiving. Like you guys, listen, love you, but who's gonna like send me the money?
See
it's like over $1,000,
100% just to fly,
just to get there one way.
Ooh, that hurts my soul.
It hurts, and then you got tuition, and prices are definitely inflated in Barbados.
100%.
So, just to live, just to eat, it's expensive.
Is the dollar here more than their dollar? Or is their dollar's worth more?
Wait. No, I don't know. All I know is that it's more expensive. I can't remember the conversion, please.
More expensive there?
Yeah.
No, I feel that. So, like, obviously, you are... And not to get in your pockets, but you always tell me you are hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
Yes. And I also did the program before Barbados. I did the Miami program, so that's money already that I had to take out. That's
not including Barbados. That's not like they don't got like a package deal.
No,
like
no.
You go to Barbados, you get the Miami in free for half off. Like
you would think, and then you got to worry about like scrubs. You got to get the doctor's equipment, stethoscopes, even.
Scrubs are expensive, huh?
Unless you go to like somewhere where it's not.
Yeah.
But I like
Nike got scrubs though.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I like figs, and those are expensive.
What are they called?
Figs.
Is that a scrubs like
a website? Yeah, for scrubs.
Big in the scrubs.
Every
scrubs
color,
game.
every style. Oh my god, they have joggers.
Joggers.
Yes. I mean, you wouldn't get taken seriously, I don't think.
Yes.
In the hospital, but did I get them? Of course I did.
Of course
I did.
Well, how many colors did you get?
Well, we only had to get green and then navy blue for school. Green, navy blue. Yeah. So
why'd you need scrubs then? Like, were you in a hospital actually?
No. So actually, we didn't get to stay on the island long enough to get to go out onto the island and like interact with the patients and stuff. Yeah. Unfortunately, so.
Damn.
We did have anatomy lab and then like simulation and stuff. So, and we had like patient interviews and stuff. So you'd either wear professional clothing, so you have to buy that. Yeah. Your scrubs, and then when you get home, we didn't get to really use the things that we bought.
Exactly. So, have you been in a hospital yet? Like as a doctor yet?
I'm not even a doctor, but
okay.
No, I haven't started clinicals. So,
That's what I'll be thinking. Okay, yeah. Is after rotation, is that clinicals?
So rotations, clinicals.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, you got residency, and depending on what you go into, determines how long you're in residency for.
So what kind of doctor are you going to be? I don't think I've even asked you that, like, lately. So what kind of doctor do you want?
Because I always change my mind. Yeah. I don't know. I still figuring
it out.
I like, pulmonary medicine and neurology is super interesting. The brain is so cool to me. You want to operate on people's brains? See, that's the pressure but neurologists, you don't have to worry about like surgery.
Oh, really?
Brains.
Okay.
Just small procedures.
Yeah.
But, the brain is very, very difficult.
100%. Yeah.
You miss something and that could be very dangerous.
Yeah.
So I have to decide what kind of pressure I want to put on myself.
When will you decide? Like, when do you decide that? So, like, right now, you just, like, it's, like, very general? Like,
yeah, right now, it's just, like, basic sciences. So that's what the USMLE is. It's just, like, everything, basic sciences. And so after clinicals, I'll decide. Because, like, I'll be able to see and be exposed to all the different fields, whether it be, like, OBGYN. I wouldn't go into that. I already know that.
What's that one? Is that
delivering babies?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Why wouldn't you do that one?
It's just something, I don't know. Something about it just does not sit right with me.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
No, that's a lot for sure.
For sure.
100%. So I remember you getting your white coat, and that's like, is that like? I feel like that's like winning a Super Bowl for like doctors. I mean, not winning a Super Bowl. Maybe like making it to like going D1, get like a full ride. So like,
that's cool. That's a good comparison.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because the Super Bowl is probably like you.
No, Super Bowl is Super Bowl is big time.
Yeah, the Super Bowl is like the biggest of the biggest. That's like, so like it's more like going D1, getting a full ride. So like, how was your like experience like when you got your white coat? Like what, and also like what did it take to get a white coat? Did you have to like pass Barbados, or was it passing college? Like what was it?
So they actually give you your white coat right before you like start medical school.
Oh.
So you haven't even taken any classes yet, but you got into med school. So here's your reward for that. But I'm like weird where I didn't feel like, oh yeah, I made it. Mama, I made it. Yeah. I didn't feel like that, like when I got it, it was more like I was just more focused and like I felt like I needed to earn it.
Mama mentality.
So I literally haven't even gotten my name put on it yet. Everyone has their names on it.
Everyone refused. Who got it?
I refused.
Okay.
I was like, I'm not putting Williby. Like, I have to earn that last name.
Facts.
I haven't even gotten it sized yet.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, I feel that. Sorry. My dog. You haven't even got it sized yet.
No. So I'll do that, when I start clinicals. Mm-hmm. I'll look into getting my name on it. I have to take the USMLE first. I have to feel like I earned my name.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
So then I mean, I'll be seeing you sometimes, but like, don't you get to put the white coat on sometimes at times? So
yeah,
like when you put it on, you just like, it's just a white coat, and like it's probably like hella big on you.
It's so big.
Everyone else is fitted,
nice with their name on it. Oh, it's like chic, and mine is like
just kind of there.
Yeah.
So how often do you get to put your white coat on now?
Well, now that I'm just studying for STEP, I don't put it on ever, but like during the semester, like you'll put it on like realistically like once a week for like patient interviews and stuff.
Like legit patients?
No. Oh. They're not like actual.
They're like mock patients.
Yeah, exactly. So like we do it through Zoom and stuff, so you still have to like be professional, wear your white coat and stuff. So like you still feel like cool, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
You can't not feel cool with the white coat on.
That's fire. I was gonna say, I feel like that's a flex, yo.
It really is. Like
that is a flex. So then, okay, this is my last question. What are your goals moving forward now? Like as a doctor, just as med school, being cooped up in the house all day. Obviously, you've just put thousands of hours of work in. It's like what is your goal like moving forward? Just like as you being a doctor, just like obviously being a Black woman, like so. Like what's your goals? I
think right now, my goals do change a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, my goal is just to be the very best version of myself and get better every day and put my best foot forward every day, and continue to stay excited about the journey and appreciate it. And because, at one point I prayed for this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to actively like tell yourself, train your mind to remember why you wanted to do this. And going forward, I want to be able to, you know, leave an impression on people that, little kids that look like me, you know what I mean? And make a difference for them, whether it be one person, 10 people.
100%.
I can't change the world, but, you know, changing one person's life would be cool.
Facts. Shout out Tupac. No, I feel the same way. Like when it comes to my goals, realizing that it's a journey. You know what I'm saying? Not getting too caught up in the right now.
Exactly. And it's easy to get caught up in being tunnel vision. Exactly. And just waiting for the outcome. Oh, when I get my MD,
once I get
I'll be happy or whatever it is.
But
it's like more important to focus on the journey there.
Right now. I feel like that's why I've been talking. I don't know why I keep hearing that everywhere. It's just like that, just to quote it, like be present.
Exactly.
Like being present where you are right now, because I've heard, I don't know if this is true, it said like the past and the future or something like that are like the figments of like the imagination. Everything that's like is real is right now.
Yes.
And I feel like it's so easy, especially now, or just like us being, you know, 25, 26-year-olds, just like to be so focused on what's next.
Exactly.
Like what do we got going on next? Like that's what's most important. But
and then you'll look back one day and it's like, man, like everything passed you by.
Yeah, like I didn't even enjoy the whole process. So you
gotta enjoy the pain, everything.
For real, of becoming a doctor, just like, or me being an athlete. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to be like, okay, the next team, then I'll be happy again. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then I'll be excited. Then people will, like, you know what I'm saying, look up to me again.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But now I gotta realize that, yo, I'm good right now.
Exactly.
No team, 8 teams. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I'm good right now. But I think that's so dope. Just being excited and being present right now is very huge, because I constantly struggle with it. Because like I feel like we both we're never home, and this is the most we've ever been home. Like,
exactly.
In the last 5-6 years, and it's been such a just like at first
transition.
It was the worst thing possible for me. It was like the worst thing that could happen to me, just being home this long. But now I'm finally realizing like, yo, like stop putting so much pressure on myself. You know what I'm saying? Stop putting so much pressure on myself. Stop just worried about, hey, once I get there, then I'm gonna be good again. Like, nah, bro, I gotta learn how to be good right now.
Exactly. No, that's hard hitting.
That's
really
it. And it hits me every time, because I'm constantly like hit in the face with that, like just that realization, like, yo, like stop being so focused on what's next, what's the outcome.
Exactly.
Are you good right now? You know what I'm saying?
It's easy to get caught up in that. It really is.
100%.
It's harder to kind of take a step back and, you know, look at everything, appreciate everything for what it is, and be present, like you said. And
also be proud of yourself for how far you've come. Yo, like I really don't be thinking about that until like I be talking to other people, and they be like, "Damn, bro, you've done a lot." You know what I'm saying? Your story is actually wild, and I really don't be noticing, because I'm always like, "Yo, okay, what's next?"
So focus on like the grind and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I might need to start like waking up and watching Kobe videos just to. I'm
telling you,
does it get you right?
Life changing. I've been doing it for like years though. Like I love motivational videos.
Do you watch the same video?
So for like a year, I watched one video straight, Denzel Washington video. Unbelievable.
Was it the commencement video?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that one's life changing. Oh my God.
Spin facts. You know who's actually dope? Will Ferrell. His USC commencement speech is dope. You gotta check that one out.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, his is dope.
Where was he?
He did a commencement speech at USC.
Okay.
SC.
Okay. Yeah, no, I have to check that out. I can't see him like being like serious.
Bro, it was wild.
But I want to see it.
Yeah, it was dope. You gotta check that one out.
But yeah, for the most part, I do stick with the Kobe videos.
So is it the same Kobe video? I mean, how can you
find like 2 or 3?
I was gonna say, so you can watch the same motivational
every
video
single day and get goosebumps every time
and get motivated
and get like teared up every time. Like, oh yes, like
I'm different. I need a new video every single time.
Really?
Or I'm just like, I already know he's gonna say at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. It's not gonna.
I act like it's a surprise every time. I'm like, that one hit different.
Nah, for sure, man. But like I said, bro, thank you for coming on the pod.
Thanks for having me.
Really explaining the grind of med school, yo. I wish you all the best. I'm excited for you. I think you're gonna go crazy. So like, what's next now? Your big ABCD test comes up. I don't remember
that. And then I can finally get my name on my white coat. That'll be something that I do.
So then what's gonna be under after your name, bro? Like, are you gonna be like, it's gonna be like MD, it's gonna be like AD, I don't know.
Oh, that's gonna be in.
Oh, that's a while.
Yeah, 2023 or something.
I was gonna say, because that's so far. That's gonna be so.
Yeah.
Dope. Are you gonna put that on your IG?
That's gonna be huge. Like when I graduate.
Are you gonna put that on? So you don't graduate still for another two years?
2 years.
Damn, cuz.
Yeah, so then I'll get my MD, then residency. It's a long road. I told you, it's a marathon. It's the longest marathon.
Man, that's a lot more school.
Yeah, it is.
You're just preparing yourself for it, though.
Exactly.
That's dope.
Enjoying it as it is.
So after you pass this test with flying colors, that's when you're going to get your white coat fitted and your name on it. Exactly. And then you do clinicals.
Yeah. And then take it from there.
That's lit. But anyways, thank you. Obviously, you guys follow Taj on her social media. I'll definitely link that in the bio and description, yo. Future doctor.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for having me.
We'll be getting me right one day, hopefully. But yeah, for sure. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave a review on the podcast, man. Thank y'all for coming to another episode of Kicking It with JB. I got my dog with me. Make sure y'all go show her love, man. To all my future doctors, good luck. Like she said, it is a long road, but y'all got it. It just make sure. I feel like you just got to know your why.
Yes, exactly.
You got to know your why.
Exactly.
If you want to, I mean, just the essence with anything though. You got to know your why, and it can't just be monetary gains, because that is just so superficial.
Exactly.
And it's easy to just think money's gonna make you happy, but it's not.
It's not.
It
won't.
Exactly. But I appreciate y'all, man, for coming. Thank you, Taj, bro. Appreciate it. It's been another great episode.
Thank you.